And now, with more on the hostages, we turn to our ILTV correspondent Ariella Lachiani, who is currently out at the headquarters for the families of hostages in Tel Aviv.
Hi Sivan, so I'm here just outside the headquarters of the Hostages Forum in Tel Aviv, where the families of the hostages are deeply concerned for their loved ones following this weekend's tragic events. Let me remind you, there are still over 130 hostages being held by Hamas in Gaza now. And the only choice their families have is to hope and pray that they will be reunited soon. Let's take a look at the hostages who tragically fell this weekend. 3 captives were mistakenly shot dead by the IDF in Shujaya in southern Gaza. 28-year-old Yotam Chaim was a drummer from Kibbutz Kfar Aza. He was abducted by Hamas on October 7th as they set his house on fire. 26-year-old Alon Shamriz was a computer engineering student. He too was abducted from his Kibbutz Kfar Aza home. And 22-year-old Samar Fuad Talalka was abducted as he was working on October 7th in the kibbutz near Am hatchery, where he often did the weekend shifts. His funeral was conducted yesterday in his Bedouin hometown, Hura. Meanwhile, the Hostages and Missing Persons Families Forum announced Saturday evening that 27-year-old hostage in Bar Hyman had been murdered in captivity after being abducted by Hamas from the Nova Music Festival on October 7th. Hyman was a visual communication student from Haifa. She leaves behind grieving parents and a brother. Her body is believed to be held by Hamas in the Gaza Strip. As reports of hostage deaths increase and the military's accidental killing of 3, families of the hostages convened on Saturday to discuss intensifying the protests against the government. The aim is to heighten pressure for renewed talks that could potentially result in the release of more captives.